I know that for sure. I like it when people call it Fenry Tamagotchi. Yeah, I call it Fenry Tamagotchi. Just because like I could never remember how to say the full name, so I just be making shit on the fly when I try to say the full name.
All right, there we go. We should be back on both YouTube and Twitch.
YouTube.
Astound, I hate you. I wish I had fiber optic. Henry Lugomon Toyota Mitsubishi. That's fucking great. Shit. You know, I'm tight. Remember those pawn devices I picked up from you? I don't know. I don't even know if you remember them, but I remember them, and I don't know where the fuck they are.
Fenrir Lugumon Toyota Mitsubishi. Fenrir was the only deck in test and I couldn't consistently beat. I knew that's what I would play today. Unfortunate. I love that new egg art. The boy is just accepting his fate. Yeah, the Sudamon death one is funny as fuck.
I met someone at Nats with 3 SP chase for attacking me because UGs, and I asked him about Seeker's web series. He said he never read it. That was honestly, I can probably call him out on it. That was probably Lewis.
No, it wasn't him.
You sure? Let me ask him if he's ever read it.
I guarantee there's mad Fenrir players that have no idea what Secrets is. Because Lewis wasn't playing in Nats.
Oh, gotcha.
Ray Ivory out here actually play testing? That's crazy.
I know, what a world, right?
That man actually plays Digimon? That's crazy. Is that a medieval Gallimon?
Maybe I should put Crimson Blaze back. Honestly, Ray, it's not a bad pick. If your worst matchups are those play by effect and also like go wide heavy matchups, I mean, Crimson Blaze, stay a good card.
Really, Dan?
It's okay, Ray. Just tell him to eat a dick.
I thought it was funny.
It wasn't that funny, sure. You're not funny. You're not my dad.
Tell that to the people that laugh at my jokes, Barney. The fuck was that? That was weird. Why are you moaning in my ear for?
Oh, you want to hear moaning? Hold on, I got you.
Please don't do it. No, don't do it.
Just remember, you asked for it.
I didn't ask for anything.
Don't play Crimson Blaze. I'll be sad if you do.
Barney, go to work for me tomorrow. I'll stay home and code. And that's random.
Honestly, Panzer, sometimes I think about how easier life was when I could just go to work and mindlessly sit there on dish and do dishes for 3
that's
hours
a fact.
Non-stop.
I'd be missing
the manual labor.
I'd be missing just construction. Yeah, I swear to God, this fucking dealing with corporate bullshit is so annoying.
I think closest I got to paying a deck purely based on power.
I'm billing Dan and DG for my medical bills. Don't bill me. That's not my fault. Don't blame me. You should change your name to Ray Dow the way you got electrocuted.
I just don't want to wake up early for the commute. The actual work is fun. That's good.
I don't feel like doing an hour drive tomorrow. I don't know. I might try to stay home tomorrow.
I wouldn't feel like doing an hour drive either. I try to avoid that shit all the time. Well, seeing as I only hear people wanting Mirage hit half the time, I might have to play against Fenrir full power more. So I need to gameplay how to beat it. Real talk.
Don't worry, Balma's getting hit. It's all right.
Real
don't
talk,
worry about that.
You beat Fenrir by hoping that they don't have it.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
Sounds bad. And it really is that bad.
There's legit no fucking. How do I beat Fenrir? You just hope they don't fucking have it before you have it. That's all.
Because straight up,
Fenrir
has
it out of first gear, Dan, fuck.
Booty hole,
bro. I drive like 100 miles an hour. Like,
what did I miss left around game 1 of Ray getting his ass handed to him?
Bro, it's not my fault that the 2 highways by me at certain points, 22 just gets fucking jam packed.
Nah, pray big they'll hit Takamikazuchi. That's the sad part. I just feel like they're never hitting that level 7.
No,
hello,
so.
PA State Troopers. Yes, I'd like to file a report. You need to be on the lookout for a tall 5'11" Hispanic male with a shaved head. He looks like he's from corporate since he shaved his head.
Yeah. According to Barney, I am now corporate Dan.
Yes, this is corporate Dan. This is my lawyer. If you guys have any disputes, please file them through my lawyer. You can speak to me through my lawyer. I will not be taking any inquiries at this time.
That's crazy. Wishlist for Excel, a full command online for Chronicle. I just want the egg and Nalo for and we Gucci. Corpo. Tall 5'11". Is that like being a short 6 foot? Yeah, something like that, I guess. I'm not even 5'11". That's the funny part.
What are you, 5'10"?
Yeah.
Fucking shorty.
Oh my god. I'm above average height. Leave me alone.
Tall 5'11". Is that like being a short 6 foot? If I had the Raptor Sparrow, I would have been able to keep turn and prevent him from playing out Kazuchi. Raptor Sparrow. Raptor Sparrow.
I mean, sure, you do.
Oh, is that just because of collision? Barney, fuck you. 5'11", fuck you. I think Barney is around my height. If not, I'll stand next to him and look down for you, Dan. It's not Dan anymore. It's Corpo Daniel. That's a fact. You put some respect on his name. This is Corpo Daniel here. If only I could change his fucking Discord profile picture.
To what?
Literally anything but what you have.
It's just empty. That's all it is.
Exactly. Put something there, you fucking scrub.
What are you, Panzer? What are you, 6 foot plus?
I hope that they ban the Balmon. What's your ban wish list? My personal ban wish list is every memory gaining card that's free. So Jack Raid, Gravity Crush, and Blinding Ray. And I should also elaborate, I don't want them to be put to 1. I want them to go to 0 along with Hammer Spark. So I would put all those cards to 0. I don't want to hear any Imperial player give me any shit. I think Davis and Ken should go to 1. I'm fine with them having.
Oh, I don't know why I forgot about. I don't know why I forgot about Imperial when we were talking about the cards earlier.
Yeah, I don't give two.
Oh,
fucks
Panzer,
about
you're tall
about Imperial.
You're tall enough for me to cook you on the basketball court and then laugh at you because you're taller.
I would definitely hit the shit out of Imperial with that. What's it called? With that Tamer. I don't care about anything else. Just nerk their Tamer. I would. Agreed. In my world, I would restrict or possibly ban both BT17 Ancient Garu and Ancient Greymon.
No, I don't agree on that one.
I would potentially get rid of those promos as well.
I think you get rid of the promos. They're fine, or they're not as bad.
Well, to Cliff's point, I would definitely get rid of the Agunimon promo, and I would leave them with the Lobomon promo, I guess. But I would say if you're gonna hit one, you hit them both. So get rid of them both. Purple Hybrid, honestly, I probably could give two shits less. Just hit the Jack Raid, and I guess I'm okay. Mirage BT11 for sure. That's top of the wish list. And something in Takamika Poopy, but I know that they won't hit it, but it should be Takamika Poopy.
Bow, 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 bow.
Well, yes, bow, but Takamika Poopy.
Just because I'm white? No, Panzer. It's just because you're tall. That's all.
And I think that's the extent of my wish list. Just saw the video for Galaxy
Ragnar. 30 minutes before Michael had an emergency. Oh no, he's fine. Some Vaseline should help him.
Hey,
huh?
Yo.
What? Huh? Hey, if they play that one egg, they better not lose it.
For Imperial, I believe the memory gain Sting V need to go over to Tamer. So I watched a match at Nationals that says exactly why that point of view is wrong. If you don't give them a Davis and Ken, they can't keep turn. They can't do their shenanigans. They can't strip source. They don't get all their value plays. So that's why I say Davis and Ken. For me, it's Medieval Gallant, BT17 Gallant. Oh, good lord. Daikin, BT12 XV and Sting, Uko, Cerbex. All right, now we're all right.
Yeah, a little.
Okay. I see where we're going here. Anubis, I will agree. Anubis should go to 0. I think that is long overdue for going to 0. Galaxy Errata, they'll hit those cards, so they should just be banned. Levia, all right, I see where we're going here. Yggdrasil, okay. I'm sorry, irrelevant to me. Your list, invalidated.
We hitting Yiggy. We're just killing a deck just to kill a deck?
Yeah, he said hit both Yggdrasil and hit the gates. So both Demon Lords and Royal Knights dead in the water.
Why are we just killing 2 decks for?
BT12
That makes no sense.
The fact it takes out 6 cards from the deck instead of 3. Whoop-de-doo. And then they're still going to play the same rookies on you and Digivolve, end of turn DNA, pull the turn back, and do their shenanigans. I've won plenty of games without the Tamers, though. Finals also showed this, though. Yeah,
yo, facts,
but it's tougher to win without your Tamer. Bring Numa X back. What a world.
Yeah.
This is Mirage, Ko and Sayo, Uko. Interesting take on Uko. I think Uko's fine nowadays. BT12 Imperial level 4s, EX5 Levia, Ruin Mode, and Ancient Grey. If Ancient Grey goes, Ancient Garu needs to go. Ruin Mode, I can understand why. EX5 Levia, I just hate free play level 7s. I mean, welcome to the game, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if it wasn't going to be free play, I would just hard drop it for like, back in the day, we used to hard drop those same Digimon for 12, and nobody had complaints about me dropping them back then for 12 as I handed you over a ton of memory. Now everybody else gets to accelerate their game state, and I drop a level 7 for like 4 memory, and it's like, damn, they're dropping level 7s for 4 memory. Like, that's funny.
Facts low. If we don't get Greymon X back, Bandai has failed us. That's a fact. I want to be talked to the new Max. You didn't even play new Max Gray Ivory. You didn't even play new one as Prime. A lot of arguments I see become invalid instantly when they say Gallant Purple Hybrid are doing game breaking the turn 2s in the same sentence as Fenry. Misread that shit or quit passing them 5 memory for your shitty Mirai. Yeah, I agree on that part.
All right.
Fenry's a totally different animal when it comes to turn 2 O2K people. Like, it's just different.
Edit public, yes. Oh, yay, 64. So congratulations to Quake Drop, who takes tonight with
exactly right. So we don't want you playing our deck.
In second place is Analog Man with purple, red, Imperial. Ray places third with Cross, and Coach takes fourth with Chronicles, but what Limitless is calling Black X Antibody. Let me put together the names for the non-placing raffle.
Right, stick with your Galamon guy, you know what I'm saying?
And Rocks.
Wow, and I feel to third. Yeah, you feel to third.
Yeah, you feel. You feel?
What Ray said. He said, wow, and I feel to third. There you go. You fixed it. I'm proud of you.
We're spinning the wheel.
Spinning, 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 and spinning.
All right.
Do 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 do. Card Fight Hunter wins the waffle. The waffle. I don't know why. I don't know why I said it like that. The waffle. No problem. Oh my god, I don't know why that came out like that. Jesus Christ.
The waffle.
I'm gonna start saying that. Yo, right. That's exactly immediately what I thought. I started thinking of Bugs Bunny with fucking Elmer Fudd. Holy shit.
All right. Let's do some wrap up comments here. What do we got? Volcanic Dramon hard player, right? Volcanic Dramon can be hard played. Yeah. Fine. Gate gets an errata, so they can't digivolve in their turn. I'll concede. That's okay. Fine. I don't mind. Demon Lords is cool, except specifically Ruin Mode and Levia. Praying for the next ban list to have EX8 Warcrawl X on the list. Damn. Where did I miss here? All right. Galactic versus Imperial proof die cannons.
These bands
kept them off it all.
These bands get crazy out here.
It was just the bring Numa X back. I want to be toxic with Numa X. Oh, this is what Daniel.
Think they do anything to Tau Loop? I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Let's just wait for the ban. I'm tired of predicting shit.
Yeah, that's why. That's another reason I didn't care to make a video, because like we're way past that point. Congrats to everyone. Silly Wabbit. Twix are for kids. I think they do anything to Tau Loop? No. Not this early, I don't think. Honestly, I don't know when.
What do you even hit with that? Like, what do you hit? Like, you hit Talmon and is dead.
Probably evolution plugin.
If you hit, oh, okay, maybe you can probably put that to 1.
I guess, but I don't know. I personally don't think that they'll hit it.
I don't know. Just because that deck is so new, like it hasn't done anything for us because there's no regionals or ulti dubs yet. I don't think you can hit anything Gallant. He needs his time to sun. I agree.
So let me say I'll end stream on this. My philosophy, what if I were a developer of a card game, my philosophy for a ban list.
Yeah, but if you hit Talmon Ace, you just immediately kill everything about it. Why would we? Why are we doing that?
You not only do you hit that, you're gonna ruin. You're gonna pull another DT10.
Unless you're saying that deck had never existed and yada 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 whatever. But I mean, it was designed the way it was designed, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the deck is gonna be tier 1 anyways. So I guess we'll see. Because that's the type of deck that's high rolly as fuck.
You kill Mirage if you hit BT11.
Yeah, but there's a difference. That deck's been around for way too long.
Yeah.
Plus, you have other Mirages to play. You can throw in the OG Mirage that gains you a memory, and you can do OTK.
Yeah, that is true. Also,
you have Hexablow that help keep you alive. Hexablow is still around. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like the deck is completely dead. You're just not doing the stupid shit. Promo charges to 1, so many people will cry over all the money they drop. That's what.
No, that's a travesty. If I were a game developer, my philosophy for ban list would be: what does the state of the meta look like right now, and what deck power levels need to be brought down for some of these other decks to compete.
Why are we hitting? But also, like, why are we hitting a deck that hasn't even competed in an actual tournament yet?
Right, exactly. That's why I would never preemptively hit any deck. But you know that. What that requires is that you as a game designer and developer, you need to be more involved in ban list, you need to put out more frequent ban lists, and you need to do things on a more consistent basis rather than kind of leaving your players in the lurch without even acknowledging that, hey, we know the state of the game kind of is hanging right now. Here's what we're going to do. It's one reason why I like Grand Archive a lot, because in Grand Archive, they have a watch list. They have 3 different states for their list. They have a watch list, a super watch list, and then the actual list. So if a card goes on the watch list, that means the game developers are aware that this card is a problem. If it goes on the super watch list, that means it's imminently going to be banned, most likely. And then it goes on the watch list, or on the list, and then it's done. And I think it's, if I'm remembering correctly, I think in Grand Archive, it's just removed completely. It's not even put to 1 or anything. So I like the idea of that, because it's just an acknowledgement from the game developers that, hey, we understand there's a problem. Here's the cards we're looking at. We'll continue to monitor the state of the meta and see how it goes before we make a decision. And then they'll move the cards like the moment that, like, boom, it becomes a problem. If Bandai had more of that for all of their card games, I think all the card games would be in a better spot, not just Digimon, but One Piece and the others as well. But they don't, and that's one of the biggest problems.
Right. APOC is a totally different fucking animal. I'm talking about Talmon Ace hasn't competed here. We're unified now. Why are we hitting things that hasn't done anything for us? APOC, again, APOC had it legit 2 tournaments or whatever it was, or 1 tournament, and we saw it fucking dominate that shit. Like, well, again,
so they do shady.
And APOC fucking dominated over there. Talmon is not dominating anything in Japan. Yeah, it's doing all right. It's not as fucking doing anything. Like, what are we talking about? We're talking about apples to oranges when it comes to APOC and Talmon Loop.
Another thing people forget is that there's I said it earlier, there's always going to be a big bad, but also B, there's always going to be a gatekeeper deck, right? Back, I would say BT, probably BT 12 and prior, the gatekeeper deck was Setcon. We had a run where there was like, Dan, like 7 out of 16 Setcon tops, which was insane to say back then at one point in time. And that was in a fairly like more recent version. It wasn't like BT 6. That was like BT 11.
I don't remember.
Yeah, there was
I do remember a tournament where there was like a little bit more extra Setcon, but I don't remember what it was like. Are you talking about just for the meta or in general? Or in one tournament?
Just one tournament. One tournament.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, there was a tournament where there was like just 7 Setcon tops, and Setcon was like consistently topping at one point. Setcon was the gatekeeper deck back then, and people complained that I can't beat Setcon. Setcon's too powerful. This deck doesn't belong in the game, yada, yada, yada. Setcon never got hit in any way. And then the new gatekeeper deck just kind of kept getting bounced around, right? One could argue the current gatekeeper deck is probably like Magna X. And then the current big bad is Purple Hybrid. But a set ago, the big bad was Imperial. Set before that, the big bad was Numamon. I'm forgetting timelines since RSB came out, but like those 2 things are always going to hold true. So it's tough to. It's why I say I just wish the idea of more, like Shady said, every 4 to 6 months. Personally, it's not a ban list every 3 months, but the acknowledgement of the game's meta every 3 months is what I would wish for. 4 times a year, you hop on and you say, all right, here's what we're taking a look at. Here's some cards that might be hit. We'll let you guys know. That type of thing. I just wish we had more of that. I use the Reaper as a litmus test. If you couldn't even beat that, bad deck. Right, that's another fair point. Only point I was making is you saying we can't hit decks if they haven't come out or they haven't topped. Mirage hasn't been topping, but you want that hit. Cracker and hacker. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's funny shit. So the reason that I would hit Mirage is because I'm telling you, no, hold on. I'm telling you, I have this inkling feeling. I don't know why Mirage dropped off. Mirage is not a bad deck, right? And neither is any of these any of these blue decks, right? Galaxy is good, and Galaxy can play Mirage, Ryugu, Hexablau. Mirage is good, and Mirage can play the same 3 cards, right? Why did this deck just fall off? I swear, I have a fucking tinfoil hat conspiracy that these motherfuckers aren't playing this motherfucking deck so they don't get this shit hit. And I swear when tournament season rolls around, they're going to be playing this deck. And then we're going to be like, damn, they should have hit Mirage. But no, Mirage is one of those decks that hasn't been topping, right? But we haven't had a ban list since, when was the last time we got a ban list anyways? Our last ban list was in August. Right? August 23rd.
Oh my god, yeah.
Our August 31st, it was effective. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March. We are 7 months without an update to the restriction list. We've been calling for Mirage's hit since 3 months in December, and probably even before that, right? So it's not that, yeah, right now it isn't topping. We haven't went without a list for 7 months, and we've been calling for all of these hits for the duration of those 7 months. I think that's just I knew Bandai was gonna try to wait it out until unification came around to try to drop this ban list on us.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen too.
Let me catch up on YouTube real quick. I wonder how long Bandai tiptoes the ruin mode problem. They're as long as possible. Ban list, keep the power levels of deck in check. Yep, Shoto Errata would be nice. I mean, there's no reason not to, right? I mean, I'm not saying it should, but there's also no reason that it shouldn't. Secon Lost Jet Sophie, you mean Yellow Hybrid Lost Jet Sophie, let's get that correct. They're trying to skirt the ban list. I absolutely agree, they're trying to skirt the ban list. Does Mirage get punished by Gallant? Vanilla Mirage doesn't care about Gallant. Yeah, Mirage, I would say those two decks don't care about each other at all. Mirage is just going to do what they do and add cards to Gallant's hand. And the biggest thing that you have to worry about as Mirage is a Crimson mode ace. But they could bounce you. They could very well bounce you and then still gain memory back after the fact. Oh lordy. All right, here on the YouTube. Bandai did just print more trash security effect, more ADP style inheritance for different colors. Yes, they did. Give it a week and Roll Knights will be on everyone's lips. I already know it will be, but it wasn't rolled out quickly. It was rolled out slowly. Yeah, definitely was. Would love to continue this conversation, but I must adjourn for the night. Good night, Panzer. If Mirage dodges the list, then it shows back up in full force. Steven, that I am 100% with you there. I could be wrong about this, right? Like in a month's time, I could be wrong about this if they don't hit Mirage, but I would say this with every fiber of my being. If Mirage skirts the ban list, we are going to regret Mirage skirting the ban list.
Yeah, if it does, I guarantee we're gonna see it just pop back up like nothing happened.
The Mirage Coalition just having secret council meetings on the dark web.
It just like the deck is not bad at all. It's still a tier 1 menace. It's just I don't know. It's weird. Like there's legit no deck in the game that says like no to Mirage almost. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's just weird. So I mean, if it dodges, it dodges. It is what it is. I'm gonna be sick as fuck, but don't be surprised in the next, regionals, OT cuts, whatever it is, you see it. Whatchamacallit? You see it pop up in the top 16 like nothing
I would
happened.
not be surprised. Yep, exactly. We're not getting any errata or choice restrictions anymore. Yeah, well, first of all, they'll never errata. Let's get that straight. DBS Master has proven that, and they'll only choice restrict if it's like those sort of interactable loops they talked about. If it's something that is like not worthy to actually hit the card and nerf an archetype, but it should be something that shouldn't be played together. And before anybody says it, like, no, they probably won't choice restrict something like Ruin Mode and like Evolution Plugin or Taomon or whatever they would do to try to choice restrict nerf a Tao loop. They would just restrict cards instead. It's fine. It's just going to turn into an argument. LOL. Yeah, Dan's just going to twist any point I make anyway. I gotta go have a good night. Good games, everyone. Ray, damn, bro. It ain't that serious, but have a good night. Um, remember, War Growl X does stop the bounce. Okay, good point. And then, I mean, at that point though, like, good, like, fuck.
So, all right. So guess what happens, right? You stop the bounce. That means you're adding security to your hand, which means you still
true. Yeah, it's still
the fuck out of.
Well, no, because if you get
like, you know
Crimson
what I'm
Mode
saying?
aced, then that's a thing. Because they could you can, when you swing, they can go into Crimson Mode ace. The only thing I'll give is that I know these dirty fucking Mirage players always run that fucking Full Moon Meteor Impact. So the moment that you Crimson Mode ace, they're gonna play that Overflow 5, and then they're still gonna gain back fucking memory for putting 10 cards in your hand. 1 cost removal for your Crimson Mode ace. Sorry, War Growl X, it can't be bounced. So they can't do that. That's good. They can't do that. Good. Fuck Mirage. The more ways we can find the fuck Mirage, the better, but that doesn't mean that it shouldn't get hit. I'm just going to Evo into my level 6 and gain memory off of it. Exactly. So if they time the raise correctly and Mirage can't OTK, Gallant just cooks it. Correct. And vice versa.
Hell yeah. Millie is good deck if people start playing Mirage in. Yes, sir. We just hard play Millie and call it a day and watch them cry.
And vice versa, if Mirage raises and Gallant, like, you can't go into Gia X, obviously, and some people, you know, if you need to search for your pieces, then you can't search for your pieces. So Mirage is just better.
I swear to God, because of all the decks I played against, which was Fenrir and Mirage mainly. If I would have brought Millie to Nats, bro, I think I would have fucking topped, because
I told you.
I don't care. I don't care if I break. If I have a Millie in my hand, I just play it and watch them cry, because legit Fenrir can't do anything about it. They go, all right, we're going to Taki. Great, you kill me. Guess what? I come back and kill you too. You know what I'm saying? It's fantastic. I wish I would have fucking done it at this point, but it is what it is.
Royal Knight, Hunters, Heavy Metal, and 7 Great Demon Lords are a no to Mirage. So Heavy Metal's kind of tough, right? Because I feel like they're still kind of searching for their, not identity, but like what makes them consistent. Because trying to play with those low amount of cards in hand can be tough at times. We witnessed that earlier tonight. Hunters.
I mean, yeah, we all will be upset, but I'd rather see it as a one of them. I mean, my guy, I hate getting
I don't really get
like that, but
I don't really get Hunters. Royal Knights and 7 Great Demon Lord, I mean, those make sense, right? Because those are Mega Zoo decks. That's the way that the decks play.
Wait, we're hitting Hunters? Did I just hear someone talking about hitting?
No. He said Hunters is a no to Mirage.
Is it?
I don't really see it.
I mean, I guess because Mirage has no real protection, you just tuck it underneath the Tamer.
I guess, but I mean, there are some very Tamer light. There's some very Tamer light builds, and even then, you don't give a shit. Because
yeah, I mean, the moment you see Hunters, unless you get hit in security, I would never play a Thomas. Unless I know I can burst mode that turn.
And they already don't play the Thomas until that burst mode turn. Like, they'll do the burst mode, then they'll play the Thomas, and then, you know, do their shenanigans, because that's how they work.
Guess maybe because of Quartz. That's the only thing I could think of. Quartz just locks everything down. Maybe.
Yeah, I can agree with Quartz. But then every deck that can play Quartz should play Quartz if Mirage is a problem, you know, and that doesn't really solve anything.
I mean, not many decks can play Quartz, though. That's
green
the
and
meta.
Green and black. I guess in the middle.
All right.
Those decks are green and black, right? It's only green and black.
Those decks aren't that good, yeah.
Okay.
And white technically.
Imperial
gonna just fucking dog walk of times. So it doesn't matter. I mean, that's just such a Imperial versus Mirage is such a like, all right, who sees what first type of matchup, anyways.
Yeah. Royal Knights and 7 Great Demon Lords, but yeah, so that's just the nature of like those words are hard. Mega Zoo decks, there we go. The one thing that will be a problem for Royal Knights though is Otamamon and also Demon Lords. Otamamon makes it difficult to play if you can't get rid of the Floodgate, which, I mean, it's blue, native access to it, so it's a big thing. Makes that matchup easier for Mirage. My biggest wish is just more frequent ban lists rather than a big list being real. I agree. I really do wish we were getting a list every three. Sorry, let me rephrase. Not getting a list every 3 months, but at least talking about or visiting the fact of getting a list every 3 months.
I was gonna say maybe twice a year, but technically we get them about twice a year, right?
Last year would have been twice a year, and
Because last year we got the one in August,
We got
right?
the one.
Is that
Actually,
what
we
it
got
was?
more because last year was the
And
year
then we
of
got the
APOC.
one.
So
Yeah.
we got.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I think every 3 months feel like it's too much, but the way they
That's what
did
I'm
it last
saying.
year feels way too little. So it's like they need to be some type of balance where it's just like,
So we got
all
a
right,
list
all
in
right,
March.
here it is, right? We get we're gonna be unified, right? Once everything goes to quote unquote normal, we're gonna get what is it? It's gonna be 4 main sets, right? With 2 EX sets and probably 2 sets starter decks, in the sense of like, all right, we're gonna get 1 set of starter decks early in the year and then probably 1 later. So that makes it what, 6 sets a year probably. So every 3 sets, wherever that is, maybe. So that might be 4 or 5 months at times. Like I'm just trying to like math it out.
I
like,
would say every
like
4, but that's why I'm saying like it should be visited like every like 3 months to say like
something like that, right?
I'm not saying that we should get a list every 3 months, but we should visit the idea of a list every 3 months. Because 4 months it can be too long, and 2 months can be too short. I think 3 months is the perfect middle ground to say, what's up? Where we at? Green Hill Mario, I put it in chat. That's the track that was playing when you asked that question. Imagine playing Millie when you could be playing Deep Sabers. Seen the Xmon video you made. Right now I'm building Xmon and add the tech of Hina.
Who said that? Was that Gino?
No, Wolfhorn from YouTube.
He must have watched Gino's video or some shit.
Right.
Because Gino talked about our OT Cup matchup.
That would be cool, Goobin, for sure.
Even if they don't ban anything, but just address the meta and say they got their eye on certain decks. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
at least
exactly.
But they did. No, that's wrong, right? Because they did it last year, and then they took forever to ban something.
Yeah, APOC, but that was because of Japan.
No, not that one. I'm not talking about that. Like during the time before we got the August hit, they were like, they were basically like, hey, we're looking at the show the mother situation. Because that was like when it was rampant a little bit in Japan.
That?
Yeah, they did. They acknowledged that and they acknowledged something else, but then they didn't do anything about it.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And they did hit whatever they hit.
I really don't remember.
I promise you they did, because I remember me and Cliff talking about it.
Okay. I mean, I believe you. I just
they legit because technically the show the mother situation was never supposed to happen. So that they were like, hey, we have our eye on the situation, see what happens with it. That was basically what they did. They said.
So for what it's worth, last year we effectively got 3 lists. We got we got a list that was hitting, or actually it was just 2 lists. It was a pre-Nats list, or a post-Nats list, I should say. And then it was a August list. So 2 lists last year. 1 more list last year definitely would have been great. It should have been, we had March and then all the way in August. From March, April, May, June. I think another thing that got messed up though is because of last year with like the release schedule, things kind of got wonky, but like a list in December would have went hard. Then we wouldn't even be talking about shit right now, but we didn't get a list in December. And now we're talking about not having a list for the last 7 months. Well, like a rigid schedule where they check in at least 3 times a year. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Check in every 3 months, because every 3 months you're getting at least a new set, if not 2 new sets. So every set.
I think since we're gonna be uniform, it's gonna be easier for them to make maybe a consistent ban list.
I really, really hope so. Like that,
because
that's
like
why
they know if they hit shit in Japan, like, hey, we're hitting this now, then it's like, fuck, it's the APOC situation all over again, or a lot of other decks, right? Because remember when they hit scatter mode, not scatter mode, regular Eismon earlier.
Yes.
And then we saw it and it was like, all right, they preventively hit a lot of stuff in that set, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I don't remember what the fuck I was gonna say. There was something I was going to say that I don't remember now. Basically, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. So that's why I just say, like, this year, regardless of what anybody thinks about the current state of Digimon, give Bandai some slack. We're going to unify, and we're going to see how they run it for the next 6 months, 6 to 9 months. 9 months, right? Because we're in March. Unification officially happens next month once we all get BT21. So the next 9 months tells how they're going to run it for the year or for 2026. Then you can decide, all right, fuck it, I'm quitting Digimon, and I have nothing to say to you. Before that, I tell you, just give them a chance. That's all we can do. Cards you hate? Trust me, we hate a lot of them. I know people want the game to go back to a specific state, and I want people to realize we're never going to go back to that specific state. But we can most certainly take care of the cards that are problematic in our current meta and bring the power level down. It just depends if they will, what they decide to do over the next 9 months. So that's my take on it. That's why I don't really care to talk about ban list, because at this point, Dan's right. It's so moot. It's coming out in 4 days. So it's better to just wait and see rather than speculate and tell people that they're wrong for this. I don't like that take. That being said, I did the raffle. I posted deck list.
You sure did.
That is it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. You can see us back here again on Friday at 7 p.m. We'll be streaming another Tamers Battle League. That will be number 65. So make sure to show up for that, 7 p.m. Eastern time sharp. And yeah, have yourselves a good night.
Peace out.